Okay, so here we go with the Anne of Green Gables block party, block number 1, Anne's White Way of Delight. And this is our finished block. How do we get there? I'm going to tell you what, it's not hard. I think this is a kind of block that if you're an experienced quilter, you can break it apart pretty easily. If you're an inexperienced quilter, a newer quilter, it might look complicated. It's really not. Here's the thing I want to point out. We've got this white way, and we've got 2 birds. That's how I look at them. This is my gift to you. The way you can get messed up with this block is really in the pinning as much as anything, because you pin, you sew, you assemble, and if you're me, you find out that you have made the birds going in the wrong direction and crashing into each other. No, they're flying away from the White Way of Delight, from the avenue up to Green Gables. Don't worry, they'll be back, but keep that in mind. The birds, see the birds? Yes, their little tail feathers right there. They're flying away from the avenue. All right, so let's put this together. Now, again, pretty easy. I'm going to show you how I assemble it. And I think that the way I assemble it, and I've made a lot of these blocks now, is a way that helps you get it right. That makes sense. It sort of lends itself to correct formation and assembly. Here we go. I start by laying out the White Way of Delight, Anne's White Way of Delight. Here we go. Or actually, I think of her like coming here. She starts here, and they go up to Green Gables. So the first thing we're going to do is we make bow ties on either side of the pathway of our road. Little bow ties, which is to say these green, solid greens are meeting each other. There they go. Yes, see, solid greens, bow ties. It's helpful, especially if you're me. Basically, these tutorials that I'm doing are for me. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I started quilting in 2007, and I needed a lot of help. So anyway, next we're going to go, there's a lot of mirroring, right? So we're going to go, see that matches that, and that matches that, right? And then, so this, that's right, it's going to match that and that. And then we know, look at that. That's going to match that. And then our last element is that. And what do we see? We see the birds flying away. Again, we're not sad. They'll come back. All right, we've got these pieces sewn together. And again, I know this is kind of like, yeah, Frances, really, I can do this. And that's good. You should go do it. You should go do it. But, you know, I'm just having a nice time. And one of the things I do want to remind you is remember to not forget to keep an eye on the pattern, because it can get complicated at this point. Obviously, once you make a block, then you can look at the block as your guide. So, and one of the things that, because I've was paying attention the first time when I was putting everything together, now I'm like, oh, okay, remember we've got to have those 4 white blocks. We have to have the bird down here, right, flying out of the block. That is a really good thing to remember. And I did learn that the hard way. So let's see. I don't think, see, I'm going, okay, I'm like, is that right? I don't think that's right. I do not think that's right. So let us see. I know. There we go. Because I remember that those 2 match. And let's go. Yep. And then I remember, because I've got my little, you know, these little bow ties over, you know, here. In the middle, there. I didn't really talk about them as bow ties the first time around, but they are bow ties. So just having paid attention to that. And then I go, all right, then this bird is flying out. Birds are not going to hit each other mid-flight. And then we pin them together. And now becomes the fun part. And if you have a tip for me, one of the things I'm always like, okay, I know I want these seams to be going different ways, right? So now I'm doing this, I'm like, okay, and this is where I'm like, set these back up the way they were, because if you don't, obviously, you will be in trouble. So so this top is going, this is going that way, the bottom one is going the other way. Excellent. So I want to nest. Yes, I knew there was a word for that. So I want these seams to nest. Okay, and now I want to, again, this is where, if you have tips to help me do this better, I would love it. So I do the corners, right? And then I peek. It's like, is that line matching? It is. I don't know. Again, I think I'm getting out of the camera's range. And then I go here. Okay, so there's one. Now, okay, I'm looking at this. Like, yep, that's right. I've got the bird. The seams are nesting. Hello. I did not do that on purpose. This is just totally a matter of luck. And I'm looking at those corners. And I'm forgetting to look at my computer where I can see everything that's happening. To make sure that you can see everything that's happening. But I think I'm doing kind of okay. I will get better at this as I go along. One hopes. There we go. Nice. Got my little pile. I love that neat little pile. And now here we go. Are the seams? The seams are nesting. What is going on? I'm having just luck like never before, but it is luck. So I need you to tell me, how do I do this? Is there a way to know beforehand, or am I dependent on Lady Luck to get my nesting seams? There they are. Oh my goodness. The next one's going to be not lucky, and yet I am wrong. They also nest. I also have a bad cut on there. Sorry about that. You can see my mess. I don't know what that's about. I think I'm still okay. And I think for the moment, I'm going to let that stay. I may snip it off later. I don't know if it would cause me a problem. I don't know if you can see just right here. I must have gotten distracted. My line's lining up. They are. I'm going to pin that down. And I'll be back, and fingers crossed, there'll be no war stories to tell you. Okay, so I am back, and I think these are working out pretty well. So we've got that. And this is just, at this point, you know, I feel, I have faith in you. I think you can do this all by yourself. But just a reminder, birds flying away from Green Gables. They'll be back, don't worry. But we've got our Way of Delight running down the center. We've got our birds flying away. We've got our bow ties. And that's going to work.